Alright guys, as some of you may know, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. I've been searching all over Netflix to watch Dragon Ball episodes, but unfortunately Netflix here just doesn't have them. But you know which version of Netflix does? Netflix Japan. Some of you might be wondering, how on earth am I accessing Netflix Japan, right? Well, that's where NordVPN comes in. NordVPN is one of the top VPN services out there. It allows you to mask your location and browse securely, which is perfect for protecting your privacy. Plus, NordVPN can basically change your location to anywhere in the world with just a few clicks. So it's just as easy as that. That's how I'm able to access Netflix Japan and binge all of the Dragon Ball episodes that I can fathom. It's not just about watching international shows, however. NordVPN adds an extra layer of security basically as you're browsing, so your personal information stays safe and your online activity remains private. If you want to unlock more content and protect your privacy online, head over to nordvpn.com/Harariboy to get over 70% off a 2-year subscription plus 3 months free. And if you don't like it, you can cancel within 30 days and get a money-back guarantee. It is worth the peace of mind and extra content you'll have access to. Thank you.
Big, beautiful bill that just got signed. What impact will that have on you? Really, out the gate, I'm going to say nothing. Well, I will say you will not feel the impacts pretty much immediately. It will definitely take some time for it to hit, probably around next year time. But there's some good stuff in there. Dave Ramsey and his co-host George Camel really break it down very thoroughly, and I definitely want to watch that and break it down for you guys here. So let's take a look.
Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today. The big, beautiful bill. I thought that was a nickname. They actually named the law that, which is trippy, to say the least.
Beautiful? It's just such a strange adjective for a piece of paper.
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of fun. But so everybody's wanting to know, okay, is the world going to come to an end because of it, or is the world honestly going to get better? Well, as usual with Washington, there's some things that are good and there's some things that are not good. And you can just kind of go with that. You know,
I don't think there's any bill that universally will help anyone and everyone.
Well, because that's not the government's job, by the way. It's your job to help you. Quit waiting on the White House to fix your house, in other words. So, but anyway, everybody's wanting to know all this. So we thought we'd spend a segment on it anyway. I'm not going to spend the rest of my life on it, but I probably will because a lot of stuff's going to come up over the rest of my life. But anyway, first thing is the 2017 tax cuts were made permanent. They were scheduled to run out. And that's huge because the main thing that happened is 90-some-odd% of Americans take the standard deduction, do not itemize. And the 2017 raised the standard deduction super high, and so it keeps you from having to pay federal income tax for a whole bunch of you at all, just because you get this huge standard deduction.
That's some real savings for most people.
And they increased it another $1,500 in 2025, not for 24, but for 25, which when you file next year, you'll see that. And it's going to continue to increase adjusted for inflation. So that's a nice thing there. So it makes the income tax filings be fairly easy for most people. And, but you're not writing off interest. You're not writing off charitable deductions, with the exception of what I'm going to come to in a few minutes, that kind of stuff. So no tax. He kept his, a politician kept a campaign promise. Note this. It's fairly unusual. Doesn't happen much. So no taxes on tips and overtime. He dreamed that up and everybody went bonkers, and they actually did it. Now, it's got limitations to it. The bill adds a tax deduction of up to $25,000 for income from tips. So you don't pay taxes on that.
And that's not dollar for dollar, but it will reduce your taxable income by that much.
Exactly.
Which is helpful. That's still a few $1,000 for most people that work on tips.
Yeah, and it's only for 3 years, 25 through 28, and then it expires. The deduction phases out if you make over $150,000 a year or $300,000 for couples. Same thing for overtime. It phases out on that and is only for 3 years. And the bill adds a tax deduction of up to $12,500, $25,000 for couples for qualified overtime wages. So that's good. That's good. That's a move. Trump accounts, babies born from the start of 25 to the end of 28 would receive a $1,000 Trump account deposit. Where is that going?
It goes into it's managed by the Treasury, and there are no tax advantages like there would be with a 529 plan or a Roth IRA. So the best part is the free $1,000.
It's just $1,000.
You get $1,000, and that it'll have compound growth. I'm not sure how they're investing it. I'm not sure how much control you'll have.
Like none.
But it does have restrictions, and you have to withdraw it at a certain time and all that kind of stuff. But it can be
Basically,
used for
that's
college, home buying, starting a business.
It's $1,000 one time. It's useless.
Yes. So I was excited at first,
and they're handling it.
Because I thought this could replace Social Security.
Political BS.
But it's not enough.
Student loan overhaul. I'm not going to get into that. Don't take student loans. Okay. Auto updates. Those who buy American-made new vehicles can deduct up to $10,000 a year in interest on the auto loans. And that deduction phases out if you make more than $100K or $200 for couples. The bill ends a $7,500 tax credit for the EVs. We knew that was coming. We knew Elon was pissed. Everybody's seen that.
That one seemed vengeful.
Yeah, there's just drop
it's like
that
a bad
in
breakup.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what ended up happening was, like north of town here, there's several million square feet. General Motors was building a battery plant.
Oh, wow.
For EVs. And they shut the construction down in the middle of it
because it's really going to hurt the demand when you reduce the credit.
They took their foot off.
Took
the gas.
The wind out of the sails there.
Took their foot off the battery.
Oh, there we go. No gas here, Dave. Oh man.
Ba-boom.
All right.
Bill ends tax credits for rooftop solar, geothermal heat pumps, and other energy-efficient home devices at the end of 2025. If you're going to do any of that and want the federal tax credit for that, you do it by the end of this year, installed and paid. Can't just be contracted for. Has to actually be done by the end of the year. Medicaid reduction. The bill creates a tax deduction of $6,000 for seniors for 3 years, 25 to 28. The deduction decreases if you make more than $75,000 or $150,000 for couples. Currently, no proof of work is required to receive Medicaid. The bill requires by the end of 26, most adults who do not have children younger than 14 to document 80 hours of work to get Medicaid.
That's per month.
Volunteering or training.
Not a week. Don't worry, guys.
Or something. Yeah,
so that's about a part-time job right there.
Yeah.
20 hours a week.
Well, I mean, you actually have to be doing something, to get this welfare.
For able-bodied adults.
Exactly. Yeah. SALT deduction, SALT, that is, this bill raises the current cap on the state and local taxes that people in high tax states have to write off on their federal returns from to $40,000 from $10,000 that you can write off if you live in one of those income tax states. Charity deduction. Bill lets you write off up to $1,000, whoopee, of your donations, $2,000 for couples, starting in 26, even if you take the standard deduction.
All right.
That's new. But it's a whole $1,000, whoopee, no big deal. Tax credit for children, $2,000. It raises it to $2,200 and adjusts for inflation after that. So that continues as part of the 2017 bill. HSA, more people are eligible and money can be used for more expenses like gym memberships.
That's a cool one.
That's neat.
I'm a big fan of the health savings accounts.
529 can be used for more expenses like tutoring or dual enrollment fees, workforce training after high school.
This is great for the trades.
Mike Rowe will love this. The trades have been kicking up. That's good. And so basically a bunch of little tiny stuff. There's no big, beautiful thing in here.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of nickel and dime stuff. I mean, the top tips, I think the big one's no taxes on tips and overtime. But if you're not going to take out a car loan and you're not going to take out a student loan.
Why not give the benefit to anyone who buys an American-made car, whether they use debt or not?
Something, yeah.
Why only let the people who took out debt benefit from this? That's an odd one.
That's help. Thank you to the banking.
That's America.
Banking lobbyists.
Here you
got
go.
Involved there. Yeah. We'll make sure we're in debt. Spending like you're in Congress, it raises the debt ceiling by $5 trillion, which estimates are that'll probably last about the time that Trump is in office. And then they'll have the bump into the ceiling again. So
that debt ceiling, they just keep raising it. How high can this roof go? That's the question. Before it collapses.
Maybe if you were going to buy solar, or maybe if you were going to buy an EV, or maybe, and the EVs go away. I think that was September 30th. You can still do the EV thing up to
It's
September
running
30th.
out, yeah.
And then, but really, there's not anything in here that's going to change your life.
I don't see any someone on a golden horse riding in to save your day here.
Mm-mm.
There's some tax cuts, so if for the people that were doing well,
The best
it
thing that they
benefits you
did,
for
the
sure.
biggest thing, and it's kind of quiet on this, the way this is written up, is that they just made permanent the 2017 stuff, which is really big stuff.
Yeah.
In 2017, the thing they did do for those of you that run a small business is they brought the R&D write-off back. Thank God. If your business is under 31 million annually, you can start immediately taking your R&D tax credits back. That had been in place for like 75 years and went away 2 years ago.
Weird.
Because they didn't renew it because Congress sat on their thumbs, which they usually do. And so small businesses were getting slammed because they lost a huge depreciation issue on R&D. I know I did. If your business is more than 31 million, it's still coming back. If you're, like ours is about 300 million, so we don't qualify. And so it's still coming back, but we're going to have to wait till like 26 or 25 for it to show up. And it's a different issue. But yeah, but still, at least they got it all back in, and they put the tax law back together. That's what they did with that. So big, yeah, beautiful,
Bill, sure.
It's a bill.
Yeah, so you've seen that, you heard that. So essentially what's the key takeaways here, I mean, this is some minor adjustments to existing stuff, like the 2017 tax cuts will remain, but there is a few newly added items that's pretty intriguing for the average person. So, the first one, obviously, no tax on tip and overtime. That was huge, and that was a campaign promise, like Dave Ramsey said, and Trump actually kept it, which is rare for a politician to do. And yeah, that's actually a pretty good thing. And then we have the $1,000 Trump accounts. Now, what this is, just think of it as one of those investment accounts, early childhood investment accounts that you can't touch, but you're contributing to every single year. I believe you can contribute to this one as well. There is a limit that you can't go above. But yeah, it'll just keep compounding until the child reaches, I believe, the age of 18 and is an adult, and essentially that money will be there for them to use, for like college or something like that. It's actually a good way to like curve the debt and actually make your child financially prosperous or give them a leg up in the future. Like Trump, Dave Ramsey was saying, the $1,000 isn't much. So for those of you with kids, definitely contribute to this. Like what Dave Ramsey would always recommend is around $50 to $100, a month or something like that. That will definitely compile over the span of 18 years. I mean, people can have like hundreds of thousands of dollars in some cases just by doing that. So yeah, just I don't know how this Trump account is going to be run. Like they said, how they invest it. You have to look into that and see if you're okay with how they're investing it. If not, invest in your own mutual fund for your child. That will be a lot better. S&P 500 is definitely in the past, it has been shown to be a good starter account and has tracked the market pretty well. But yeah, you'll just have to do more research on that. But it is $1,000 that you're not going to touch, and it's better than nothing, is what I should say. So, and then the last one, obviously, here is the write-off on interest for American-made vehicles. I mean, obviously, this is to encourage, American car sales, which is a great thing in my opinion. However, for the end user, it's actually good. I mean, like I'm with Dave Ramsey here. Like, you shouldn't be getting into debt for a car loan. If you do get into debt, or if you're already in debt for a car loan, make sure to pay it off as soon as possible. Never let the banks win and allow them to eat all the interest from you, throughout the full term. But yeah, so anyways, if they are charging you interest, you are able to write that off now. So that is good. Obviously, like he spelled out there are some limitations, but overall, it's some pretty good stuff in there. And definitely will help you get a leg up, hopefully, in society a little bit more. But yeah, hopefully this will lead to more of a prosperous economy, like what is being predicted. But we'll see. Time will tell. Now, for this last topic, I do want to take a look here at this interview Trump did with Maria Bartiromo. He talks about the economy and state of things and things like that, and what he has planned for the future. So it'll hopefully give you guys a lot of ease of mind and see kind of where the bigger picture of where everything is about to go. So without further ado, let's take a look.
So, do you have a minute to connect? Let's Minect. That's right, guys. I'm officially on Minect now. You guys can go ahead and book me. I will be offering financial as well as career coaching based off of the Dave Ramsey principles, of course. So yeah, feel free to contact me, connect with me on Minect, and I look forward to speaking with each and every single one of you.